Hello, everyone. I am the Aries. I'm coming here today because I've not been on in a while. Which is not to say that I'm not working behind the scenes, I'm still making my plans. I'm still I'm still acting on them a little bit to the point that I know they're doable. Now, they are stuck right now because I have to reach out to one person in particular, who I've had a bad history with, but the universe wants me to try to make amends, maybe, or clear up a situation because they would be perfect for these plans, but the universe is pushing me to do this, and I will. But if they're not amenable to the situation or working together, I've got to go ahead to find different people or whatever. So that's where I'm at on that one. I've also branched out to Twitter under Frost Winters Tarot. I think with that crowd, YouTube is tarot readers. On Twitter, I think I want to go out for the magic users because that's really where my abilities lie. I think I mentioned my ability is officially the ability to... Wait, did he say ability or power? Well, the ability to bring down raw spiritual power from the ethers. I think those, kind of mostly his exact wording. As so far he goes, I've told that story before, but somebody in the 5D took me out of time, and an angel, an ancestor, I believe it was Michael, but I'm not really sure. There was a conversation where he told me, he actually told me a lot of things. He told me of my link to the divine, what my gifts were, and he was mentioning a whole bunch of other things. Sadly, I did not pay attention. You would think the coolest conversation, the most esoteric conversation I ever had, and I didn't pay attention like I should have. And I got distracted. I was thinking about, I told this story before. I was thinking about X-Men powers for some strange reason. Do I get to keep my X-Men powers? And that's how I was thinking it. So that's probably from some other dimensional realm that I'm in or whatever, because there are different dimensions and realms in all of creation. Don't kid yourself if you think this is just it. There are some dimensions where the laws of physics as we know them mean absolutely nothing over there. I hope to bring more knowledge of this stuff one day, because the possibilities, because we want to always expand creation. The all wants to always expand creation. So, I've said before, one of the things I was told that when upon awakening was that there are certain esoteric truths hidden in the works of science fiction. Now, I've mentioned that there's this one book, The Wheel of Time, that I think there's a lot of information in, especially dealing with the feminine and masculine energies that need to work together, powers and abilities, and also the 3D self versus the higher self and communication between the two. If you have not checked it out, check it out. A lot of truth there. And we also know about movies like The Matrix or whatever, but if you think about it, life, this matrix, what we have, it's kind of like the Star Trek holodeck. Our souls in heaven sit here, design lives that we want to live with free options, here and there or whatever, based on a planetary structure, the whole astrological thing. And we design the programs, the lives we're living. We download our souls here. That's what life is. That's what the Matrix really is. Now, there is free will, so, it's not like set structure. And I think there have been episodes in Star Trek where, the hologram, the hologram program ran rampant or was just open to outer programming, whatever. So that's like the free will option. That's what free will is inside this matrix. Oh, subscriber count is down again. I don't know. Well, who knows? Who knows? Maybe some twin flame person who signed up got offended by it. Because I did do some things with the twin flame frequency. I've not made any mentions of it yet. And I haven't really bothered to check around the twin flame community to see what they've experienced or felt so far. But I kind of want it closed a little bit under reconstruction. Because let's just be honest. It was getting out of hand. When something causes more pain than joy, it has to be changed or ended. Now, you really can't end a twin flame because it's a frequency. But you can end the other nonsense surrounding it. The wrong interpretations of it. Let's see. I've really got to work on monetizing my gifts. That's what's going. Well, that'll help me on Twitter, I think, because I've got a unique brand of magic. The sun's magic, the magic of the divinity. It's within me. It's allowed me to do some pretty amazing things so far. As to what some people might ask, well, I'm glad you asked, or I imagine you were about to ask. I've manifested rain in Australia to help with the bushfires. There were other groups involved, but I worked solo. And I know that what I manifested occurred. I've also done work trying to mitigate the damage caused by some of these not earthquakes, but hurricanes that have been plaguing America. Well, America for this summer. Totally pushed away Hurricane Dorian, put all my efforts into that one. And I even came up with a spell for that one. I put it in Water Baby's tarot comments page somewhere. I really wish I would have kept a track of where I put whatever I was talking about. Because a lot of our manifestations have come true. And a lot of them are actually coming true, and I'd forgotten all about them. There are some that I'm just embarrassed to say because they would get me in trouble. Well, with the twin flame community especially, but but it was part of my mission to heal that, so whatever. Let's throw some cards. Current energies. My current energies, I suppose. Because these cards are always going to resonate with me in a different way than with anyone else. My current energies, current energies of the Aries. Ace of Cups, which was in the split deck, but that's here again. I really got to get a tablescape because cardboard, it's just not cutting it. Well, it's not even cardboard, poster board. Although, could be something in the colors because I keep hearing that colors are important, and I see a lot of readers say that colors are important. I wish more effort was made in getting people with different abilities to talk to one another so that we can figure out some things, create some things together, you know? Chariot dropped out. And also the Three of Hearts. Three of Swords. Did I say Three of Hearts? Well, Three of Swords. Usually denotes some sort of heartbreak, I suppose. But the Chariot is right beside it, ready to go. And of course the Ace of Cups was pulled. So we have the Ace of Cups to give. A situation where it's not the best. Want to go somewhere else. Strength in the Ten of Pentacles. Wanted to go towards that Ten of Pentacles and having the strength to achieve it. Let's see, what else did I want to talk about? Wheel of Fortune popped out. Yes, well, yes. I like to talk about the Wheel of Fortune because things have got to start moving. Now, you know, we've got this change of government in America going on. I don't really even understand what's going on with this situation because I wasn't too thrilled with Biden or Trump, to be honest with you. Every election between a Democrat or a Republican is like, oh, we've got trash. Oh no, they've got garbage. Who do we choose? Trash or garbage? Trash or garbage, that's our choice. When we need a viable third-party system in this country. Because I'm sick and tired of both these parties putting their interest above that of America, of the American people. How inept is our government system because of this clowning around with these two parties? A lot of people like to paint Republicans, oh, well, you know, oh, look, they're the racists, they're the haters. Well, okay, that's true, they are. But let's not, you know, sit there and say, oh, Democrats are the best either. Because they are the party of the Klan, slavery, Jim Crow, after all. And you can sit there and say the party switched sides with the Civil Rights Act by was it Lyndon B. Johnson, I believe? Yeah. But still, they didn't all go to the Republican Party. They didn't. Leaving all the other people, the American people, left out in the cold. Well, we've got to fix that. We've got to have some kind of justice. Knight of Swords, Knight of Cups, Seven of Pentacles dropped out. We've got to go forward, offer something, work on something. We need some kind of change. The Emperor makes an appearance. But how to do it, though? Now, I can only speak for what I want to do, speak for my actions. And so far, 3D wise, well, I've seen things manifest. I've done great things manifesting, you know, the weather magic particularly. And energetically wise, I've seen things happen. It's kind of easy for me now to get in a certain energy, go to a reading, just choose a reading at random, and have that card picked up, have that sign picked up, and hear my story being told. Speaking of which, I guess doing so means that I'm kind of a expert in energy manipulation. Now, I don't want to have ego there, but it is true. I like to show everyone else how to do this as well. So I need to, well, no time like the present, I suppose. A demonstration of how I do things. Yep. That popped out. I don't know about that. Maybe I shouldn't then. Judgment. I guess some things shouldn't be told. How'd Snoop say it? The game is be sold, not told, or something. Eight of Wands. Justice. Empress. Emperor. Six of Swords. I guess I'm going to use discretion here. So I'm going to keep some plans, some things kind of quiet, I suppose. And work towards some things. Kind of a letdown because I really wanted to stretch the video out a little bit. But no point in stretching out with things I don't need to bother with. So let's see then. What are the Oracle deck? This is the Archangel Power deck, Tarot deck. Something for me, something for me, something for me and the collective together, because we're all linked in this energetically. Two of Gabriel. Make bold and ambitious choices. Great progress is possible. Important relationships with people who share your vision. And I believe that's what we've been talking about. Well, that's what I've been talking about lately. How I want to just deal with people, work with people, come together with people. Ace of Raphael. A positive new emotional experience. Fulfilling romantic relationships. Deep and lasting spiritual insights. I'm for all of the above. And finally, Ace of Gabriel. A gift of passion, opportunity, and an inspiration. The chance to do something amazing. A sense of wonder. I'm certainly for that as well. So let's see. One more to go out with, I guess. Shaman. Trust in higher forces. And I guess that really is one to go out on, because that's all that I'm doing. This whole system, and not just tarot, just the whole spirituality, just the whole understanding of what really is the divine, what really is the divinity. I'm going by it. And these cards are just one instrument in that understanding of it. I've cut out lots of people, lots of things, lots of beliefs, because I've found a truth. My truth, the truth. And it's a journey, a continuing journey. Trying to be a better person. Trying to be a happier person. You're happy one day, the next day, I want to be even happier. And there's nothing wrong with that. Because the ever striving for joy that we put in our hearts, that we go out in our day and put forth that energy, it's shared by the people we come across. I've seen how one's energy can affect others. They don't even have to be on the whole spiritual path, but that energy affects them. I make observations at work about this all the time. I see what my energy does. The lovers was popping out. Well, that's been popping up a lot lately. I don't know. Chariots on the bottom of the deck. I don't know. I'm just ready to get a move on. It's 2021. I'm ready to move. But it just seems like the world is kind of closed up at the moment. This whole bullshit COVID thing, which I'm not even sure about. I want some truth to come out about this whole situation. In fact, I want a lot of truth to come out about a whole bunch of situations. What's going on in the dark sectors of our government, of our organization and institutions. Because I think there are things that are happening in this world, that need to be brought to the light. I was taking an eye exam appointment today, and the ophthalmologist, the eye doctor lady, who was really cute. But yeah, she was talking about how it just seems like that's a totally different world, and that's true. It is, and I think a lot of people aren't adjusting to it because they don't understand why the world is changing, why the world has to change. The world has to change because look at the path we've been on. Look at the path we're on now. Look at how many ways we could destroy this world over. Look at how we can't feed our populations, how we can't clothe them, how we will sit here and throw away food instead of giving it to the homeless because we don't want to incentivize begging or whatever. I mean, all kinds of bullshit. We will sit here and put people in the litigation system so that we can fund society, fund the cops, fund the lawyers, making a prison state. You think slavery's over? No, it just changed forms. Prison system. Get people caught up in the legal system. Make it so that they go in jail, they don't learn a lesson, they come out even worse than what they were. Then they go back in. And when people go in jail, money's generated. Big money. Big money's generated, Slavery's not ended. Six of Pentacles is not fair because somebody's living it up. But it's not fair living it up. You're profiting off of people. Seven of Wands. You're profiting. You're fighting people. You're fighting against society, fighting against one another, fighting against certain groups, profiting off of them. Well, I say that needs to change. And I say that we have the tools to get it done. We need to stop being burdened with this shit. We need to make a new way. I look at all these world leaders here. Just bad people. Shouldn't be in power. Now, I know you think, a lot of you are going to think, oh, he means Trump. Well, Trump didn't have the demeanor to run a country, but the one thing I was grateful for Trump was he showed you what the hell was going on in politics, because the crap that he wanted to try to get away with and couldn't is the crap that's been going on and getting away with by all kinds of smoother politician types the whole time. And if nothing else, the whole Trump episodes show people what's going on. Trump only got in office because people were so pissed off and fed up with Republicans and Democrats playing their bullshit games. That's why Trump won. I knew Trump was going to win. No matter what they said, no matter what came out about him, I knew he was going in, but I knew he was going to win because I knew that people were fed up. The world is changing and it has to change. The universe will work through whoever it needs to show this point. Now you look at some of these other world leaders. Kim Jong-un, North Korea. Now, it comes a point in time where all these leaders have to think, do they deserve to be leaders? Does this man really think he deserves to be a leader of his people when his country is just, I mean, I've seen satellite photos where it's just completely dark except in like just the rich sections of the rich cities or whatever. And if reports are true, and I've no doubt they are, because some things you just don't doubt, you just know are true. But when you have a leader who's sitting there with the people suffering, starving, and you're sitting here wasting money on nuclear weapons, talking about we're defending it. What are you defending? Nothing. You're just a rich thug. Now, and he can't even be like Putin, because he can't be like, well, you know what? Yeah, I'm ex-KGB, I'm a thug, whatever, but I'm keeping my people strong. I'm keeping my nation strong. At least Putin can kind of sit there and say that. It's true, he's a dictator type, yeah. But, you know, it's Russia. They've always respected the strongman types. They always have. But Kim Jong-un, he can't even sit there and say that. His claims are laughable. His leadership is laughable. And China's to blame for it because they sit there using him as a buffer between him and the West, America specifically, I suppose. I wonder if he knows that China would sit there and slit his throat if it ever really needed to happen. Because the party is kind of a little bit corrupt as well, but, you know, they're kind of more like with Russia. They at least want to make their nation strong. And let's face it, the West just sit there and bully China for like who knows how long. So the swords in reverse. China's leadership is not really going anywhere. I mean, it's just bullshit corrupt, but gunboat diplomacy. Read how the British treated the Chinese. I mean, I understand why these nations don't really care too much for the West. I mean, people do bullshit. And of course, I'm not excluding Western leaders that are bullshit people who don't need to lead. And of course, you have the Middle Eastern countries. But that's just wild. Would not want to be there, would not want to live there. Want to live under those people. Well, those rulers. And that so-called religion. Speaking of which, my channel may change. As I said, tarot is just one part of what I do. My whole thing is the whole enchilada, all of spirituality, all of it. And I feel like preaching that part of the spirituality, that I really feel like preaching that. I don't want to be a preacher type, but I want to just sit here and say the truth. Ten of Pentacles, the Magician, Seven of Pentacles. Using my skills, working towards the Ten of Pentacles. Maybe that is a path for me then. Page of Wands. So, I don't know. I'll probably be expanding, changing this channel, working on Twitter, because I think I really want to work on that. And trying to build as many projects as I can with as many people as I can. Oh, side note, everyone check out the Professor Dennis Eagleson's channel. He's an astrotheologian, which I think is just the coolest title. Astrotheology Professor. It's much better than what I was going to suggest. Esoteric astrology, but you always have to brand whatever you do. Check his channel out, everyone. You get all kinds of insights with him. Oh, let's see what popped out. Four of Swords. Yeah, I'm just at rest right now. Seven of Wands reversed. At rest, not fighting anyone. Minding my own business. For the time being. So yes, everyone, that's what I'm working on. And since what I'm working on will eventually trickle down to everyone, my success will help everyone else's success. We're all energetically linked in this. This is something I know. And if you do not believe it, as I always say, throw your cards, ask your angels, ask your guides. Oh, yes, one to go. Let's see. High Priest intend to create, but it was already there. Well, didn't want to get picked up, so one more. Mountains, stand your ground. Well, I certainly intend to do both of these, and I hope you will as well. Stay tuned, everyone. I'm gonna figure out this whole monetization thing soon. I'm gonna put some time and effort into it because I do have gifts that will benefit all light workers, all people in the spiritual power, in the spiritual community. They'll help out a lot in your missions and in your endeavors. So till next time, whenever next time is, I am the Aries. One more card. Sorry, folks. Oh, the Tower, but underneath it, the Chariot. This is what you get when you ask for one more card when you should have just left alone. Till next time, everyone.